Meanwhile, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi and also the Chinese President Xi Jinping will be under one roof for the very first time since the 2020 Galwan clashes between the troops of the two nations. Now, the two leaders are all set to face each other at the Shanghai Cooperation Organisation Summit in Uzbekistan's cultural capital Samarkand on the 15th and the 16th of September. So far, no confirmation has been made by India and China on a possible bilateral meeting between the two leaders on the sidelines of the Samarkand SCO Summit. All right, now to give us more updates in terms of what, of course, is expected to happen at the SCO Summit, we're being joined in by WION's Siddhant Sibil, who's joining us live in this broadcast. Now, Siddhant, this is going to be a crucial meeting of the SCO leaders. The Indian Prime Minister will also be present. Tell us more as to what is on the agenda.
Well, yes, Mohammed, this will be an important meeting later this week here in Uzbekistan. WION team has reached the Uzbeki national capital, Tashkent, and we will be giving all the latest updates from the ground. Now, talking about the SCO meeting, this is the first in-person SCO summit taking place since 2019. The last was in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan, and this time, of course, the summit happening in the backdrop of three major geopolitical earthquakes, to use the word. First, of course, the Russian invasion of Ukraine. The second, of course, the Taiwan Strait crisis and the worsening India-China relationship. Now, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be present here. The MEA has confirmed, and we also know that the Chinese President will be present. But the fact there is no word from either side that will they meet or not meet shows how the relationship has been going. But one thing is for sure, that both the leaders will be under the same roof since the Galwan incident, the 2020 incident in which India lost 20 of its soldiers because of aggressive actions by the Chinese. The Chinese also lost almost 4 of its soldiers, but it's a figure that is doubted. So largely it will be, of course, a moment which, of course, the shutterbugs will be trying to capture. But largely there can be more bilaterals. One, of course, will be with the host country, Uzbekistan. With the Russian President Vladimir Putin, it is expected, given the strong partnership both countries have. But another, of course, first is that this will be the first in-person meeting between the two sides since the Russian invasion of Ukraine. And of course, we have seen one of the key impact of that is that India has been trying to increase its energy input from Russia. So a lot of things that are expected to happen at the SCO Summit here in Uzbekistan.
Absolutely, indeed. And one other very crucial aspect of what is likely to happen at the SCO is the fact that Iran will also be now joining the Shanghai Cooperation Organisation.
Well, yes, Mohammed, this will be the second major expansion of the grouping. The last was in 2017 when India and Pakistan became member of the Shanghai Cooperation Organisation. And with Iran becoming the member, the scale, the scope of the organisation expands significantly in terms of geography. It's one of the largest organizations in terms of population-wise and, of course, in terms of the GDP as well. But the grouping is also seen as a grouping that is anti-West, because most of the countries are very staunchly anti-West, of course, barring India and some other countries. But largely this is symbolic in terms of the rise of the new world order at a time when we know that West is heading towards a kind of a collapse when it comes to the global geopolitical changes.
Absolutely, indeed. Thank you very much indeed, Siddhant, for joining us and getting us all those updates there. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.